Good Saturday morning, everyone. Let's try to make this a fairly quick video blog for you this morning. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's get right to it. It's cold this morning. Could be colder, though. Look at these temperatures up in the northern plains. Winter flexing its muscles here. The actual temperatures around 20 below in parts of North Dakota. Wind chills are a lot colder than that. Around our region, we have air temperatures this morning in the lower 20s at the 9 o'clock hour, 23 at the airport. We'll make it up to about 27 today, but wind chills will be closer to 20. Now, it's not going to be as windy as the last couple of days, but the air temperatures today will actually be a little bit colder than they were yesterday afternoon when we flirted with a balmy 30 degrees. As far as snow today, I don't think you have too many concerns locally with any sort of snow. Here's the last of the lake effect. Still pounding parts of Lake County, northern Geauga County, parts of Ashtabula. Now, you can see some flakes, but I think these will be pretty much inconsequential flakes for the most part in northern Trumbull, northern Mercer this morning. So if you want to run some errands, do some Christmas shopping most of the day today, you'll be just fine. You'll just need to bundle up. All right, let's talk about the snow that's coming in late tonight. Now, as I've been talking about over the last couple of days, this is not lake effect. This is just regular snow, what we call synoptic snow. It's from a storm. It's not impacted by the lakes. It's an actual area of low pressure heading our way. And I think it'll start snowing in most of the valley real early in the morning. We're talking 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning here with the snow pushing in. So as you get up tomorrow morning, already by 7 or 8, some places might have a half an inch or an inch worth of snow on the ground, and the roads can be slick tomorrow morning. So allow for some extra time heading off to services, doing anything else that involves being on the roads tomorrow morning. You want to allow for a little extra time. I think it's going to snow most of the morning tomorrow. As we get into the midday, ignore the green here. That's not rain. That's just the model algorithm here, for whatever reason, trying to spit out green. This will be snow. And I think it's still going to be snowing, for the most part, through early afternoon at least. And then as we go towards mid to late afternoon, a dry slot is likely to work in. Notice this punch of drier air pushing in. And this will probably last a few hours, several hours, mid to late afternoon into early evening. So most of our snow accumulation will occur between 3 or 4 a.m. and about 3 p.m. Then we get into this dry slot, and then what happens after that is still a tough call. I think there can be some mixed precipitation. We might try to see some rain, a rain-snow mix, maybe some sleet pellets, and even if it's just wet snow that occurs Sunday evening into the overnight hours, temperatures will be at or above freezing. The snow's going to have a harder time sticking, even if it's just plain snow and not any sort of mix. And I do think there will be some mixing for a time. So I don't think the snow will accumulate as efficiently overnight Sunday night. That leads me to believe that our school adjustments Monday morning will be at a relative minimum. Now, could there be some 2-hour delays? That's possible. That's not a call I make. I have a hard time predicting what school districts are going to decide to do sometimes. But just know that temperatures Monday morning will probably be in the mid-30s. Roads will be mostly wet, I think. So the roads will be more problematic Sunday, especially in the morning hours. As far as how much snow, again, this is going to come in 2 rounds. In the first round, the snow will accumulate easier. Now, this may be a little hard to see, but what we're looking at here is what we call an ensemble model. The accumulations are these numbers over here, and this black line is kind of the average of all of these runs of the model. And that black line ends up being about 3.5 to 4 inches in southern Trumbull County. This is valid for roughly where the airport is, but I think that number is reasonably valid for most of the viewing area. This particular set of models, 3 to 4 inches in total. Some of our other modeling singing a similar tune here with the European model and the GFS advertising 4 to maybe 5 inches. The NAM, the RPM model, a little lower, closer to 2 or 3. So that's what our modeling is talking about. Here's what the National Weather Service has. Now, keep in mind, all of this up here is the lake effect that's ongoing right now. This down here, closer to Youngstown, is from the storm. And the Weather Service has a general, in the WFMJ viewing area, 2 to 4 inches. I think that's pretty reasonable. I think a good average will be 3, 4, maybe 5 inches in total. And most of that will come late tonight into Sunday morning midday. Might see an additional inch or 2 Sunday night depending on how much mixing there is, that sort of thing. But again, the impacts I think will be more significant on the roads Sunday morning, midday, early afternoon as compared to Sunday night and early on Monday. And then, yeah, we're still talking about the cold later in the week. Look at that high on Thursday, according to the European model, 15. Lows in the single digits Thursday morning and again Friday morning. But as I've been talking about, there is some evidence that it will not be as cold at Christmas time. We can already see the 24th Christmas Eve here on the 16-day forecast, and it's in the mid-30s. It's not warm, but I don't think we're going to see this kind of cold at Christmas this year. Whether or not it's a white Christmas, it's way too early to make that call, so stay tuned for that. I'll have some updates later on today. I'll be at Eastwood Mall for the Feed Our Valley Second Harvest Food Bank holiday concert. Always a great time there. Join Derek and Leslie and myself. You'll see us all there this afternoon from 12 to 4. I'll have a few more weather updates before and after that and throughout the course of Sunday.